Hello, everyone, and welcome. A lot of you are new here, and that's mostly down to Spring Sims and his new Simma series. So, I firstly like to thank him for the feature and for all of you guys for watching and subscribing to my channel. I can't believe the kind of response that I've gotten from it. But anyway, I just wanted to put that in there. But let's get back to the build. With this, my inspiration, I just saw a picture on the internet, and it had like this cutaway roof, and so I thought, oh, that would be awesome. Shame we can't do that in The Sims. And then I got like a little flashback, I guess, to when I first started. Like I think it was my first ever house build, and I had problems with the roofs. Like I was trying to do like several roofs all overlapping each other, and it kept cutting them out, and it was really frustrating. So I thought actually this sort of cutout of the roof will work to my advantage, and I can take that as inspiration and make this new house. So it's just that bit which is in black now, which I'm doing, which is sort of inspired by that. The rest of it is just, I guess, something modern, I guess, that I just wanted to do. Um, but yeah, I wanted to use different textures, and I think there was another picture that I saw which sort of inspired me, especially the entrance way. I also made this sort of pool because I thought like I could elongate the diagonal which I've got going there. I like these shells. I put some other shells, and when I'm building it, it looks good because the shells are quite thick. I think I've seen this in a YouTube video before, but I think the problem which I've had is I haven't sized them up. So when you look at them from sort of a screenshot which is lower down, or when I guess you're in build mode, or the screenshot which you get in the gallery, then the shells are really thin, which is a little bit annoying. I guess maybe if that bothers you, that I think that it looks alright when it's thin, but if that bothers you, then obviously you can change that in your own game. Um, I practiced this build first, so all the shells and stuff like that, which I've put on the outside of the house, I actually did before, and I thought I've done this build exactly the same as I've done last time, and I just thought I would get rid of it because I'd saved it. I thought I might as well just put that lot in here now. I think you'll see the cut in a minute when I start with the new house. But I thought that was just easier on me, so I didn't have to put them all out again. I do change some because I don't like it how it was on one of the sides, so you do get to see me doing that. But you've seen me do it at the front, so it's not that like mega exciting or anything like that. I also really like the interior of this house. It's probably my favorite thing about it. It's I think I would want to live there. It's right up my style, with the mixture of modern and sort of rustic and old. I love that combination, and I love the contrast between the two. So if you are into those kind of builds, then you're in luck. I think you'll probably see a lot of that kind of thing on my channel, especially with the interior. I tend to gravitate towards it. I do try and do different things, and if you guys see me ever doing it loads, then tell me off, and I'll try and do something different. But yeah, so I just really like those. But something I've been, I guess, struggling with recently is, especially with, I've been coming up with quite, I guess, I think unique ideas which I've never seen anyone else really do in The Sims before. However, that means that it's kind of like a pressure. I feel like I have to do that all the time, which is a good thing because it means that I produce better content because I have that sort of drive to do something unique. But it also means that firstly, um, things end up looking a little bit weird, especially when they're modern houses. They're possibly a bit too unique and a bit too sort of specialized, and people like things for a reason. So doing something completely different from what everyone else is doing um, might actually be counterintuitive because I won't be making stuff that anyone's gonna actually use or like. So I guess I've just got to battle that and sort of find a sort of middle ground, which is what I tried to do here. I tried to make it so that I had something which was a bit sort of unique, but at the same time, I could actually see people, living in it and using the house. But we're going on to the interior now. I really want to get cool kitchen because I really want to have some new counters. But I'd never actually used this colouring before of this countertop. And what I did is I put two of the um, counters with the drawers next to each other, sort of cut into each other, so it looks like they're like mega long drawers. I've seen this in houses before, and I think it actually looks really cool. So I tried to do that. I'm also messing around with sort of an island, so like a counter island, but I go to the like what are they called, cabinets, so that we like because I couldn't think about what I wanted to do for that. But with the cabinets, I read in the recent patch that we're finally gonna get the corner cabinet fixed. So I didn't do a corner cabinet in this build because of that, because I built it before the patch. But now we get corner cabinets. I actually some of the screenshots are with the new patch, and some of them are without. I'm on a Mac anyway, so I had the 64-bit game. So I don't know whether there's any sort of improvement or difference with the Mac, but I know I personally thought that the water looks different. I thought it looked like the first thing I came to take in some more screenshots with this build, and after the patch, and I immediately saw the water, and I was like, okay, that definitely looks different. It might have been my imagination. I might have been having like, I don't know, um, hopeful thinking. But yeah, this is pretty much the kitchen done. I like how it's got sort of something which is, I guess, industrial to it, but also modern. And I like that it looks lived in. I also extended this area, this little front area. I extended the stone which we saw in the front of the house because I thought that would be quite a nice detail. I think that's the only place I put it in the house, though. Maybe I should have put it somewhere else. But oh well. Oh no, I put some in the bathroom, maybe? But anyway, this bathroom is actually highly, highly, highly influenced by my dad recently renovated my best friend's bathroom, and I went to a house the other day, and I saw it, and I thought I want this bathroom. I think it's awesome. But the shower area, what it had is it had the shower came directly from the ceiling, and it was huge, and so it was all that area was just a walk-in shower on the side. It was really really cool. Um, and the way that my dad had done it, it looks really really spacious and big, but used up all the space, and you didn't have like an empty gap in the middle. It was really good. And yeah, so when I was thinking of a bathroom, I know that I always do tiny bathrooms all the time, and I want to fix that. So that's why I did this bathroom, and that was my major inspiration for that. I also, like I've said, I really like this interior, but I love the beachy feel of this living room. I love the carpet, like the combination of the colors. I really want to do, when the new game comes out, I really want to do a sort of beach house with this color scheme. I think that would look really, really lovely. So if you guys don't mind me using these objects again for our living room, I will probably do that. If you guys don't want to see it, I'm probably going to do it anyway because I'd love to have a house in the game which has this, but in something that like the whole house is more beachy. I'd love that so much. But I think we're finishing the living room here, and yeah, we're going on to the gym. It's a pretty simple gym, just sort of. It's quite heavily influenced by maybe Spa Day, I think. I'm not sure where I get confused now with the packs with the kind of modern stuff, but I think it was Spa Day, and most of it is influenced from that. And I put the bamboo in there. I just thought it was like a clean and sort of simple design, so that was my thinking. But we're going on to the dining room table area here. I sort of struggled with chairs. I thought this would be a perfect moment to have a cool kitchen. I kind of forgot what the chairs look like, but in my mind, I just thought that they would look better. I don't stick with these chairs, don't worry. I go for these other ones, but I swear I've used this combination before. I love it. I love the rich tones of the wood with this, and sort of they look worn. It's really up my street. I would love to have a dining room table like this, but I don't know. I felt in the back of my mind that I'd done something like that before. I really liked it. But we're going on to, it's kind of like a games room, skill room sort of thing. And I'm messing around with sort of tables here to, make a desk. I thought that maybe I might be able to put a sort of diagonal corner desk and have two laptops or computers on those desks. But it didn't really work. The glass tables didn't really fit in with each other. I also used sort of the deep wood that we found or the deep coloured wood which we found from the table in this room with some orange. And yeah, that was kind of the theme for this room. And yeah, but I think soon we're gonna move on to upstairs. And with the bedroom, because it's the master bedroom has the roof above it, the cutaway roof. So if you're trying to use it or take screenshots and you've got the walls fully up, sometimes it can jump your camera way above. But if you want to take screenshots, I think it's either the Q or the E key brings the camera up or down. So if you want to take screenshots with the walls up completely, because this is half walls, I think, um, then that's how you can move the camera. I'm sorry if that's a little bit annoying, but I personally, I think that most people play the game with either the wall up on the other side and wall down on your side, or they put it with all the walls down. So in both of those scenarios, the walls don't get in the way. So I thought it would be fine. I'm sorry if that puts you off. You can always remove the roof and try and do something else, but you won't get the cutaway sort of area upstairs where you can sit. We're also putting in a vanity here. I found that I've done this quite a lot recently. I've put in vanities to sort of fill up the space in the room with sort of beauty products and stuff like that on here. I also dumped a whole load of men's cologne and stuff like that in the corner because I got influenced by my boyfriend who does that all the time. He just dumps all his stuff on my desk because he wants his nice and clean and pristine with all his computer stuff. But then, like stuff like his cologne, he just dumps on my desk, which can be annoying. But it makes my cluttered desk even more cluttered. Um, but it's okay. I don't really mind. I love the colours in this bedroom. Again, I'm going with this bright blue, which I love. This carpet or this rug was a complete accident when went there. I was like, oh my god, perfect. I'm not moving it. I think I might have tested out a couple of other rugs, but I was like, no, this is what is made for this room. I've never used a carpet like that. I mean rug. I keep saying carpet. I've never used a rug like that on a diagonal. Or I don't really get to use some of the big rugs because I don't often do massive builds, but it's quite refreshing to be able to use that. It also means that you can use up the space better. It looks more filled. It looks less empty. Um, but yeah, we're going on to this room's primarily red, and we use some of the spooky stuff, um, carpets. And I do stripes. I put in the white because I thought it would sort of freshen it up. I didn't want to do too much red because I thought it would sort of make the room too dark. I wanted to add some sort of freshness to it. And then we also put in some shelves here with just random decorations and stuff on it and clutter. I also never used that red painting. I'm not sure why, but I never use those. I think it's that one, and I think the paint splatter one where it's got lots of little canvases all together to make one big canvas. But I don't really use those two. I guess I should try and use them more, but they're not really to my style. But it worked in that room, so yeah. This is more sort of a grey toned room, more sort of calm, chilled out kind of room in comparison to the red one. And we just put a little desk in here. Not the fancy computer that we've got downstairs. I sort of figured that if you're going to have like a main computer, or the most expensive computer normally is the household one, maybe, depending on the family. But I tend to put cheaper computers up in the bedrooms. That's just my personal preference. I wanted I wanted to use some of the child's furniture which I don't normally use. I normally use the stuff which is in the style of this desk, but I don't use generally the other stuff with the white that I've used with the bookshelf and the chest of drawers. So I wanted to use that more in the room. and yeah, I just kept it with the blues. A lot of this house has sort of browns and blues in it, which I actually really like. But we're going for a green, bright green bathroom like we had on the floor below. I realised that this is like the second house in a row that I've done green bathrooms, but there's really nice um, furniture and plumbing for green bathrooms. So I don't know. I like green, so I put them in the bathroom. But next time I'll try for variety and make it so it's a different colour. Because I realise that I've done that twice in a row. I also changed these to purple. I thought sort of blended in more. The white on the cushions was too sort of glary. I wanted some emphasis to be made on that area, but not too much. So that's why I changed the colour there. And we're putting in this little decoration. I wasn't sure whether I wanted this in the end, but I think I kept it. And we also make the pool darker. This is the point, like from this camera angle, I can see that the pool is definitely better. It was way more detailed than it was. Like it's way more detailed now than it was seeing these pictures now. I don't think I was delusional. I think I went back and watched maybe I think I watched Urban Sims her Bachelor series. I got excited because I want to see it, and I went back and watched a couple of episodes of her last one, and I noticed in the house they had the hedge was curved, and they made like this intricate garden where it had curved hedges. And I'd never thought of that before, and I'm not sure why I'd never thought of that before, but I wanted to use it in this, even though we've got sort of a lot of sharp edges and diagonals. I thought that maybe it could be sort of a nice contrast. I don't know, I just really wanted to use it. I also looked up pictures of sort of modern gardens for inspiration with this, and quite often they had sort of plant pots which were integrated with sort of sofa areas and places where you could sit, with tables also coming out of it, and it was all sort of one structure where you could sit, and that really inspired me with this. We kind of mess around with it. I think about maybe putting the trees in between, and then I think I try a few other things. What I go with in the end is I stack two of these tables together. I think I use a small one as well. I also use them over in the barbecue area, but I think it sort of ties it all together. I think that looks really nice. I also put a sort of garden box which I made myself, not the sized up little ones, full of more colourful flowers and stuff like that, to sort of make more of a divide between the garden where it had sort of the patio sitting area and then sort of the area where the kids could play and stuff like that. But yeah, as I said, putting in the flowers, things like that. And I've got a few screenshots of looking over this area, and I think it looks really nice. I'd love to have something like this in a garden in the future. I like the fact that it's clean and crisp, but you've also got the sort of manic sort of overgrown flowers and stuff poking out the back. I really like that. I think it also fits in with the style of the build where it's got the clean, crisp, modern stuff, but it's also got sort of the more rustic, sort of natural things. But anyway, we're moving. This is the screenshots now, so I hope you really enjoyed this build, and hopefully see you again soon.